Hi, it's been a while since I have made a video, and today and right now I would like to make a small review about a movie that is in theaters right now, and that's called Captain Marvel. The reason I would like to make this video is that because I enjoyed it, and I think there were some controversial issues regarding what the actress said and or just the overall performance or the quality of the movie and whatnot. I just saw this and let me tell you that that movie is a good movie in a sense that I was having my expectations very low due to some negative feedback about the movie and how people are so much focused on the female protagonist of the movie, in that it's like a forced female or gender equality or empowerment movie that kind of neglects some aspects of being a good movie and whatnot. Let me just subdivide it into a couple of things. First of all, the pace of the movie was surprisingly fast for me. Um, I heard that the middle parts are regarded as slow and such, but I did not think that the movie really slowed down in its pace of its narration, and it was much more action-packed than I had anticipated it. Second, the most maybe important thing was acting good or not. There are Jude Law, Brie Larson, that guy Mendelsohn or something is his name. Overall, I would say that acting can be thought about as a way if a certain person is fitting the role that they play, that they have in a movie or not, rather than just overall acting talent. Somebody might have a lot of talent but might not actually fit to a role. On the other hand, somebody might not have much of a talent, but what they need to do in a movie fits their face, their personality, and in other words, you don't feel like something is out of place. In that regard, I did not think that pretty much almost anybody, maybe aside from a couple of side roles, felt out of place. In other words, and most importantly, the main actress Brie Larson, I cannot really comment on her talent. I haven't seen her other than this movie, I think. And I mean, she might not be Academy Award level actress, but on the other hand, she was playing Captain Marvel, and I think she did a good job. In other words, her role and what she was supposed to do in the movie within this script fit the way she portrayed Captain Marvel, even though I actually do not know any Captain Marvel comic and what type of character she was supposed to have. But I have seen pretty much all the other Marvel movies, and to be honest, the way she played Captain Marvel exceeds the way a couple of other Marvel characters in past movies acted in their own way. For example, Scarlett Johansson, right? I don't think she's a good actress, and I don't think she fits perfectly well to that role. I think she's very pretty, she's a nice person, but to be honest, I always found her acting to be pretty much below mediocre, and in that and fitting to the what was her Black Widow role in the Marvel Universe. In that regard, Brie Larson, to be honest, seems to be fitting what Captain Marvel is supposed to do in this movie. What I would expect Captain Marvel to do in such a movie better than Scarlett Johansson fits what the Black Widow was supposed to do in that movie. Now, okay, I got used to all these characters after so many movies, but if you just be critical about the movie, then I think that Brie Larson is at least doing an average job, if not even better than an average job. Uh, so in that regard, I had no issues with that. And the overall story in the Captain Marvel, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I didn't really read much about it, which is good because I didn't want to spoil myself. I think the story was fine. Now, uh, does this movie fit into the Marvel universe exactly as it's supposed to be? That's another story. I don't know that. And many people, or at least I watched Angry Joe, they were thinking that this is like a side story. In a sense, yes, but there are more than one element that connects it, I think, to the rest of the Marvel universe. Some surprising things, I'm not spoiling them right now. I might make another video with spoilers, and there I might talk more about what's happening. So for this, I just want to give somebody who hasn't seen the movie my thoughts without pretty much any spoiling any content of the movie, which is the way it should be, to be honest. So everything is going to be about the qualities of movies and actors and actresses. I think it was a good movie. I think, and this is one of the nowadays movies that maybe the only remnant movie that you don't need to have any Marvel Universe or any previous Marvel Universe movie information. So you can pretty much, yes, think of it as a standalone element, but they did also surprisingly incorporate certain elements that you can just watch it and might not either understand it or might heard of it and might say, oh, okay, some elements are connecting to the rest, and not be, in other words, left out of what had been happening the past more than decades or so in the Marvel universe. So yeah, even if you haven't watched any of the Iron Man, Captain America, Avengers movies, that movie is actually fine. There's of course some post-credit scene that ties things again, and we will see Captain Marvel in the upcoming movie Avengers Endgame. So I wanna watch Avengers Endgame, so I felt like, yeah, I have to watch it because now they have introduced another protagonist who is going to appear in Endgame. But to be honest, because this movie doesn't require much of previous knowledge, and it's a way to introduce this character for the upcoming game. On one hand, you can go to this movie. On the other hand, you can just read something about it if you want to skip the movie, if you feel so negative about it. And after reading a couple of things, I think you can prepare yourself for the Endgame movie as well. So in other words, this is quite a flexible movie, I would say, in terms of if you would like to continue with the Marvel Universe, or you don't know anything about it and would like to go to it, or you are part of the Marvel Universe, informed about it, but don't want to go to this movie. It's pretty much up to you, and I really liked it, because at this point, after so many movies, it's very hard right now to make a movie that would work standalone, and this movie does that. A movie, however, that doesn't disappoint, and it did not disappoint, maybe because my expectations were so low, and I was surprised that the movie was good. Acting was good. The story, to be honest, it made more sense than some other Marvel Universe movies I've seen in the past, like the way like Ultron or Civil War. Those certain things looks very forced, to be honest, in the previous movies, and I did not see anything forced in this movie. So the flow of the movie was fine, I would say, and action was fine. Normally, I have low expectations from a female protagonist movie, not because I am anti-female or anything like that, of course. I'm not a feminist either, but it's just usually those protagonists aren't portrayed well and or do not fit the movie well. One comparison people are doing this between this movie and the Wonder Woman movie, which I have recently seen, and I can tell you that I enjoyed this movie much more than the Wonder Woman of the DC universe. There are a couple of things maybe that play. First of all, I've seen this in theaters, whereas Wonder Woman movie I watched online. And when I watch something online, I'm more critical of it. I rewatch certain things, certain scenes. So it might take away from the immersion, yes, but I would like to see more what's happening on a certain element. And to be honest, Wonder Woman movie, well, I guess I can tell you that there are some love story elements in that movie. And to be honest, it wasn't as much of an action movie as I thought it would be. The pace was slower. Pretty much everything was slower in that movie. And regarding the purpose of the Wonder Woman versus the purpose of this character, even though the story does kind of confuse in this Captain Marvel movie a bit. So there are narration elements that incorporate flashbacks and such, and therefore you might be confused, which is I think deliberate at some point, and then things however become clearer. Yeah, that part might have been a bit of confusing or just made for the sake of getting attention, whereas in the Wonder Woman movie things were pretty much straightforward, though this can be good or bad. So, in other words, the narration of this movie was also something that I was not expecting. I was just expecting a straightforward movie in the storytelling, whereas this one was less of that. Though there are clarifications later on that are done. Wonder Woman, just as from a story perspective, looked like a kind of just somebody who wants to, yeah, where's my enemy? Give me the enemy and I will fight for it. I'm a young woman who wants to do stuff in life, whereas the Captain Marvel is, I guess I can say that, is more of a serious person in terms of personality, and also trained, well, Wonder Woman also trained as a warrior, but Captain Marvel does look like more of a warrior to me than supposedly Wonder Woman, who is a warrior. That might be also because of the two actresses. So Brie Larson, I don't know if she was a supermodel or anything like that. She doesn't actually look like a supermodel. I think she's somebody who is coming from an acting background, even though I don't know actually that. I felt like that. Whereas I do know that Gal Gadot is coming from a supermodel background, and I don't know if she had any acting training. And the way her body is, her face is, her sound is, to be honest, she looks like, as from a talent perspective, from a potential perspective, inferior to Brie Larson. And many people are saying that Brie Larson doesn't have much of a talent. Well, maybe compared to Meryl Streep, I don't know. Yeah, I would say probably she has less talent and less, of course, less experience and less potential there. But compared to Gal Gadot, I think Brie Larson is superior. Or, as I said, might not be even superior, but just fits the role. Gal Gadot, whenever I see her, I see a model all the time. Whereas I did not see that Brie Larson was a model who just assumed a role. She fit the role, whereas Gal Gadot did not, to be honest. And even in the couple of movies that I watched afterwards, what's it? Just Justice League, right? Or I think she also was in Batman vs Superman 2, Dawn of Justice, whatever it's called, yeah, Dawn of Justice. Even in the latest movie, Justice League, she didn't. I was looking at a very pretty woman, and probably she's a very nice woman as well, a nice person, or looked like a nice person as well. But sorry to say that she doesn't seem to be belonging to any main role. Some sort of a side character who is there because she's pretty would fit her much better than Wonder Woman. And again, Wonder Woman, I think, was supposed to be a tough person. And despite she might have had some fitness training and whatnot, she still doesn't look like that tough person feeling. Whereas Brie Larson, to be honest, the way she was portrayed looked like a more tough person than Gal Gadot portrayed Wonder Woman. So in that aspect, again, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel is portrayed better and is simply superior to me within the movie context than Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman portrayal. And that's the other thing. So I wanted an action movie, and I got much more satisfaction from Captain Marvel than I got from the Wonder Woman movie. Now, both of them are in the past, by the way. The era is, however, different, and that's fine. In each case, you can, portray the past in its own unique way. And that's the other thing, maybe. I'm not old enough to have lived in the past that the Wonder Woman portrayed, which is, well, I guess I can say it, right? Kind of, it's in the trailers. Yeah, it's way past than my age. Than in the Captain Marvel movie, the past that's portrayed there. I'm in my late 30s. Fits to what I had experienced when I was younger. So that's the other thing. Maybe because of my age, I can relate to Captain Marvel movie much more than Wonder Woman, which is before takes place in an era before I was born. So that's the other thing, maybe that consciously motivated me more. I found elements relevant to my age, relevant to my experience, much more than Captain Marvel than it is for Wonder Woman. On the other hand, if a very young person, a teenager, or a child simply were to watch those two, I believe, yes, in that aspect, that person might not understand what the hell is going on in certain funny elements, certain nostalgic elements regarding Captain Marvel than in the Wonder Woman. So I can then understand why somebody might relate themselves or find the Wonder Woman much more enjoyable because it's in a past that a person hasn't lived in any way. If they are young, or if they are too old, then yeah, I mean that person is too old simply anyway. So 30s and above make more reference in the Captain Marvel than in the Wonder Woman movie. So overall, from start to finish, I enjoyed Captain Marvel more than Wonder Woman. I think Brie Larson does at least satisfactory job with her portrayal, with the way she fit. And of course, I didn't talk about Samuel Jackson, the other main character, versus Wonder Woman's the male character, Chris Pine. I forgot her name, his name. Anyway, yeah, both of them are actually doing an okay job. Even though, of course, yeah, Samuel L. Jackson is still a better actor than the male guy who was, I forgot his name really. Not Chris Evans, not the Chris Pratt or whatever, Chris Pine. So many Chris's, right? I think his name's Chris Pine. But Chris Pine was doing okay too. Yeah, if you're female, I would say Wonder Woman might be more relatable to you if you're a young female, because I said there is some sort of love going on in the Wonder Woman, love element elements going on, whereas not much. From a male perspective, white male perspective, maybe I should say, Captain Marvel was fine. And as a role model to females, I guess this is one other thing. Both can be, in a sense. Both can be. If you're some elder female, both of them are shown as strong females, whereas their characters are different. So if you are more of a serious person type, then I think Captain Marvel will fit that. Don't get me wrong, there were several jokes in Captain Marvel as well, several funny elements in Wonder Woman as well. I can't tell which one was funnier. Maybe, again, because of the elements that I've seen in the past, maybe Captain Marvel. I didn't laugh in either case much, to be honest, but from an entertainment perspective, yeah, I could say that. Yeah, so that's where I'm going to finish it now. I already talked about too much. So, in general, I would say I would recommend this movie. I might make now a small spoiler separate video where I will discuss a couple of more things, but that's all. If you would like to go to that movie or hesitant, feel free to do so. If you have watched it and you agree with me, that's nice. If you disagree, then that's okay too. You can write comments below if you'd like to. So thanks for everything, and have a nice day. Bye.